maturation room looks and smells like a city built of cheese. Wheels of Parmigiano Reggiano are stacked into towers and arranged into honey-coloured rows that rise to form a kind of skyline beneath the vast warehouse roof. Thus, surrounded by the product, which is his life and his legacy, Paolo Zanetti knocks upon one of those wheels with a small hammer. He is listening for acoustical differences that might suggest holes or cracks in the structure. Parmigiano Reggiano, stored at Zanetti's Pinocchio site in the Parma province of Emilia-Romagna, is one of the two kings of cheeses, as Paolo puts it. The other, Grana Padano, is made at another Zanetti site, in its own specific production region and on the opposite side of the River Po. There are many other cheeses in the range, but these particular items are especially renowned and coveted Italian delicacies, both officially certified under the auspices of Protected Designation of Origin, PDO.
Well, when we talk about Grana Padano and Parmigiano Reggiano, we are talking about the king of cheeses. I mean, we are talking about the most important PDO products in the world, according to official statistics.
Indeed, he represents the fourth generation of a highly specialized cheese-making operation that began with his great-grandfather Guido, circa 1900. After the Second World War, his uncle Antonio set about industrializing the business, and Paolo himself was born in that transitional period when many Italian companies were moving out of the country's city centers, though his childhood home still housed the main Zanetti factory in the basement. He was raised on the Aroma and played football with the workers as a boy. His grandfather Guido, meanwhile, son and namesake of the founder, started sending wheels to Switzerland, France, and the US as early as the 1950s. Today, Zanetti is the top exporter of fine Italian cheeses, which are produced at multiple dairy plants and maturation facilities, then shipped to 103 countries, including the UAE. Low-quality, generic replicas are also commonly sold in foreign markets as Parmesan or Granito, or some other variation on the proper names and recipes.
So these two products are very copied. Why? Because they are two fantastic products, so you copy the products only if they are good.
If you're looking for the real thing, you'll find proof on the packaging and the rind itself, stamped with the official logos of the PDO designation and the regulating consortium.
So the consumer must be careful to see the real logo of Padano or Reggiano together with the PDO logo. So even if you buy a small piece of cheese, or even if you buy a grated cheese, in all the packaging there's a PDO logo and there's a consortium logo.
Obviously, the authentic product has unfakeable flavor too, but some may struggle to tell the difference between these two superficially similar hard cheeses. Paolo is eminently qualified to outline the particularities of each, beginning with the separate production regions of northern Italy in which they must be made to qualify for PDO status. Grana Padano is made with 100% raw milk, while Parmigiano Reggiano mixes in 50% partly skimmed milk. This is collected in the evening and separated from its cream overnight before blending with the full milk. Precision is vital in terms of time and temperature for both types of cheese. For Parmigiano Reggiano, no more than 2 hours can pass in getting that milk from the cow to the vat, and the heat has to hit certain markers before and after the rennet is added and the curd is cut. And for all the new technology that Zanetti has invested in over the years, most of which is designed to help maintain consistency and certain modern sanitary standards, a large portion of this gastronomic art and science still resides in age-old, hands-on methodology, or what Paolo calls manuality.
Aging and maturation are tremendously important for this kind of cheese, because we are not talking about cheese you produced yesterday. For this cheese, we are talking about a cheese who was produced 30 months ago. So maturation is still is a very, very important part of the Parmigiano or Grana life. So maturation must be made in a certain maturing house with a certain temperature, a certain humidity. I like very much when you just open a wheels, because when you open a wheels is a triumph of flavors. I like to smell the wheels. It's really unbelievable triumph of flavor, and the taste is unbelievable.
When it comes to actual usage, this particular cheese is ideal for grating over salads and pasta dishes, though he also recommends it as a table cheese or appetizer. Grana Padano has a softer, mellower, more delicate flavor. It's also good for grating and melting, and goes especially well with sweet fruits like figs or dates, as well as platters like beef carpaccio.
When you eat Zanetti cheese, is always good taste.
Paolo's second cousin, Rodolfo, and the youngest Zanetti in his family business, representing its fifth generation of cheesemakers, has also been a part of the process since boyhood, surveying the dairy plants with his own father, yet another Guido. What continues to amaze him about it, he says, is that the cheese tastes of nothing when the mixture is first boiled, but in only 9 months, standard maturation for Grana Padano, you get this fantastic flavor. Rodolfo too can easily rattle off the differences between this and Parmigiano Reggiano, not least the fact that the former is preserved with lysozyme, which is a natural enzyme found in everything from egg whites to human tears. But any Zanetti will tell you that the truly extraordinary thing about both cheeses is how little they have changed in the 1,000 years or so since they were first developed by local monks. Before Italy was Italy, those holy men found cheesemaking the best way to preserve the excess milk produced by the cows on the grounds of their monasteries.
The ingredients are the same as 1,000 years ago, and the production process is the same as 1,000 years ago. I mean, of course, now we have a more modern technology in order to get the products more healthy, more safe, but the production process and the ingredients are exactly the same. Quality. Quality means it's not a word, it's really our passion.
In that sense, the Zanettis see themselves as custodians, whose true responsibility is to maintain the quality of that ancient product.